everyone, this is Daily Inspiration at muli po ako magbibigay sa inyo ng mga encouragement about sa Word ng Panginoon. And our topic for today is the road of blessing. In Exodus chapter 15 verse 22 until 27, it says here, "Then Moses led the people of Israel away from the Red Sea, and they moved out into the desert of Shur. They traveled in this desert for 3 days without finding any water." Verse 23, when they came to the oasis of Marah, the water was bitter to drink, so they called the place Marah, which means bitter. In verse 24, then the people complained and turned against Moses. "What are we going to drink?" they demanded. Verse 25, so Moses cried out to the Lord for help, and the Lord showed him a piece of wood. Moses threw into the water. This made the water good to drink. It was there at Marah that the Lord set before them the following decree as a standard to test their faithfulness to Him. Verse 26, He said, "If you will listen carefully to the voice of the Lord your God and do what is right in His sight, obeying His commands and keeping all His decrees, then I will not make you suffer any of the diseases I sent on the Egyptians, for I am the Lord who heals you." Verse 27, after leaving Marah, the Israelites traveled on the oasis of Elim, where they found 12 springs and 7 palm trees. They camped there beside the water. So the water in the oasis of Marah is contrasted with the springs in the oasis of Elim. Marah stands for the unbelieving, grumbling attitude of the people who would not trust God, and Elim stands for God's bountiful provision. Don't let your negative attitude erode your trust in God. In this chapter of Exodus chapter 15, the Israelites were led by God into the desert. 3 days in their trip, they ran out of water and had no way to get it. The first thing is that, but God knows about the problem. In fact, a solution awaited them in Marah in verse 25 and Elim in verse 27. As what in Psalm 77 verse 20 says that, you led your people along that road like a flock of sheep, with Moses and Aaron as their shepherd. And another thing is that God not only fixed their water problem, but also provided a place to rest. Even when our situation looks difficult, we can trust that God is leading. He already knows what we'll need when we get there. It says that, "I know not by what methods where the Lord provides for me. I only know that all my needs He meets so graciously." Facing the impossibility gives us the opportunity to trust God. Philippians 4:19, that, "But my God shall supply all my needs according to His riches and His glory in Christ Jesus." In 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 8, "And God will generously provide all you need, then you will always have everything you need and plenty left over to share with others. When a child of God is in the will of God, serving for the glory of God, then he will have every need met. Hudson Taylor says, when God's work is done in God's way for God's glory, it will not lack for God's supply. Contentment comes from adequate resources. Our resources are the providence of God, the power of God, the promises of God. These resources made Paul sufficient for every demand of life, and they can make us sufficient too. My dear friends, God has stored for us a lot of blessings, and He will pour it out in our lives as we are faithful in the Lord. That is why the road to blessing, I hope that your road to blessing is near at your reach. Thank you so much. And this is Daily Inspiration. And may God bless you.